Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Sagittarius Tarot and another daily oracle reading. Today is the 17th of November 2023. That's 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 17. So we're getting 17 again. We're still in that magical time frame that every time we calculate the day's date and reduce it to a double digit, we get the same double digit as the day's date. That's really, really beautiful. Now, what is the number 17? 17 is a combination of 1 and 7, which is like the new, creation, birth, identity, image, all of these things, plus 7, which is the number for logic, for spirituality, for the mind, all that. And so together 17 is all about the energy of using your leadership skills to help others. We're still in that leadership energy. If you noticed, if you played the other readings of the other days, they were all about leadership. And so I think we're still going with that energy because everything is indicating that. And so that's really beautiful. Now let's reduce number 17 to a single digit. 1 plus 7 equals 8. And 8 is a number usually of power, of energy, of sexuality, institutions, banks, political organization, etc. And so here number 8 would mean it's usually like indicates a day where there's a continuous flow of energy and power, right? This is a day where you're not going to feel lack when it comes to that department. Like there's always going to be enough energy and enough power pumped into you or anything you undertake. Even if you're watching other things, they're gonna feel like they're growing in power, they're growing in energy, they're continuing. Things are really pumped, okay, in this day globally. And so that's the energy of the day, which means this is like a continuous flow of energy and power that allows you to use your leadership skills in order to help others, okay? Very, very beautiful. Now, regarding your daily oracle card, I decided to pick for you one from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Let's see which card you will get. All right. The Lady of the Mirror. The Lady of the Mirror. Reflection, non-judgment. Before we dive into further into this card, let's look at the number associated with it, and that's number 44. So number 44 is like 4 on steroids, right? Like it's 4 and 4, so it's double the energy of 4. 4 is usually stability, security, all of these things. So that's why when you see number 44, it embodies the energy of getting your act together, getting your shit together. Maybe you've let go in certain aspects of your life. Maybe you have let go when it comes to your physical health or physical fitness or mental health or your job or your to-do list or your chores or your errands or your responsibilities, or I don't know, however you wanna, however that is reflected. This is usually the energy of 44, and that's the energy of this card. Now, if we reduce 44 to one number, a single digit number, that's 4 plus 4 equals 8. And 8 is a number, again, like we said, about money and energy and power and all that, and institution. And so just like the day's energy is an 8, which was a continuous flow of energy and power, the card's energy, when reduced to a single digit, 4 plus 4 equals 8, is also a continuous flow of money, because money is also energy and power. And so this is really interesting how we both get 8 for the day and 8 for the card. This is like a confirmation about really all this power and energy and all the the part that money plays today for you or for your environment. Now, if we look further, if we connect both energies like 844 for this card, that means you gotta get your act together to ensure a continuous flow of money, right? If you take too much rest or get distracted too much or whatever, you're gonna get that continuous flow of money is going to, doesn't have to be felt now, but you'll feel it later on, like it'll catch up to you. So this is like sort of a way of telling you, like, you know, get it together. Now, if we combine, right, both energies of the day and the card to see the energy of today's reading, it's 8 plus 8. And so that gives us number 16. And 16 is a number that focuses on spiritual growth. Okay, because 1 is new and birth, so that's growth. And 6 is love and care and spirituality and nurturing. So 16 is a number that focuses on spiritual growth, which means this reading for you today is going to be focusing on your spiritual growth. Now, if we reduce number 16 to a single digit, 1 plus 6 equals 7. And 7, as I mentioned earlier, is like a number of spirituality. It's also a number of logic, of the mind. And so in this case, it will be embodying the energy of understanding. So you gotta understand. This doesn't mean also like understanding other people, right? This understanding situations that are different than yours, but this is also like understanding how things work, understanding why things work the way they do, everything, right? Just really the mechanics of life, the secrets of life. All right. Now, before I read this more into this card, let me resume for you, like just give you a little resume of like all the numbers, meanings that we got for this reading. So today is all about you being provided with a continuous flow of energy and power in order to use your leadership and skills to help others. On the other hand, you gotta get your act together in order to make sure you get a continuous flow of money. And so getting your act together to ensure the continuous flow of money and that continuous flow of energy and power that's helping you use your leadership skills to help others, together combined, will help give you the tools to understand other people today, to understand other situations, and to understand how everything works around you or within you. And that will help you get a laser focus on your spiritual growth. You're really going to grow after you understand all of that. Beautiful. Now, before we delve into the card, I'm going to be choosing one of the keywords associated with this card for this reading. And so repeat with me 3 times to invoke its energy. And so it is non-judgment, non-judgment, non-judgment. And so basically non-judgment is saying, it's invoking the energy of like not judging situations, so understanding them, like I said. This really goes hand in hand with the numerology, with number 7, which was like understanding, because non-judgmental, not being non-judgmental or non-judging people or non-judgment or situation talks about your ability to detach your emotional experience from certain things and certain beliefs that you have, and being able to look at any situation or person or object or whatever from a place of non-judging, because you have like stripped yourself of the meaning that you give to certain things based on your experience or your culture or your heritage or background or etc. It is easier said than done, and also there is levels to it. Sometimes you might not be judging like people here, but like to a certain level, but there's still judgment somewhere, even if you're non-judgmental. So of course there's levels to this, and it's a work in progress, but yeah. Okay, so now let's look at this card. This card the lady of the mirror, is showing like a nymph or creature looking in the water and seeing a reflection. Okay? Well, for me, the illustration doesn't show that she's really looking. So maybe this is to tell you that maybe you're avoiding looking yourself in the mirror. What does that mean? Or that it's imperative for you to look in the mirror. All right. I'm trying. There's certain things though that in this illustration for me are really perplexing, and so I think there's a meaning to it. If you notice, like her hand, you can see the reflection of the hand, the leg, the hand, this other hand, everything is reflected like in symmetry, except this yellow lotus here that you can see here. So that's really odd, right? Like it should have been here, the reflection. And so this could be telling me that if you look into the mirror, right? The mirror here is a metaphor of like analyzing situations or looking at yourself or really observing and noticing things. And so this is telling me that if you really, really look, you will discover things that you thought were true, that were not, that are illusions or were projections or whatever they were, but they weren't true. And so, okay, let's look deeper. Second, there's the red energy in the background of fire, right? We're still getting that theme of fire. Also, the creature has like a red hair. There's a red lotus. There's like yellow and red. So there is all this fire energy of the Saggies. Okay, now, really what this card is asking you, what this reading is asking you, what today is asking you is to really look at where you are like right now in life or what you are doing. This is some sort of like a thorough self-appraisal that you can do between you and yourself. And so this is like analyzing currently what you're doing in life, your reactions to situations, what are the motives behind them. When you look in the mirror, of course, when you look in the mirror, that means like when you look at yourself or when you notice yourself or your actions, of course, there are mistakes and of course there are like virtues and good things that you did. And so this is saying, do you like those things that you're seeing, that you're noticing? Because of course, there are like failures and successes, opportunities, desire, relationship, all of these things. But do you really like, even the mistakes, do you appreciate them? Do you understand why you made them, given the context back when you did? Did you move on from them? What did you learn from them? So this is also not only not judging other people, but this is also like releasing judging yourself and being too harsh on yourself. This is accepting who you are, warts and all, and loving yourself. This is really self-love. And acknowledging that every part of your story led here, but not just say that, like really look at how you behaved, why you behaved like that in different key events in your life. Also, this, like the mirror or reflection, usually talks about the law of attraction. And so we are what we attract. And so this is also to give you now that things, let's say, unfolded or manifested already, for you to be able to take a look back and step back now and look back and see how you attracted such a situation, because that's who you were at the time. This is not to say that this is like absolute, right? Like there are still like events in your life that were like key or instrumental that can be defined as fate or destined, that you didn't specifically attract them into your life, right? But a lot, like most of our lives, like what constitutes our life, most of these things are things that we really attracted. Like we wanted certain things, so we pursued certain things, we took certain decisions, we took certain choices, we made our actions, our living arrangements, our location, where we are, who we're talking to, what we did, right? To attract a certain lifestyle, or to do something, or to emulate something. So a lot of it is our doing. Of course, sometimes there's accidents, there's forces outside of nature, there's like things that really we can't control. That's where acceptance should happen. But with the things, with the choices, this is telling you to, remind yourself of that and not judge yourself or be too harsh on yourself. That is really, really pretty. I love this reading. It's a good reading, like for Friday, and a good energy, because it's like a introspective energy. Because however, like the week we had was intense. It wasn't like one of those, very smooth. Like I'm sure it took a lot from you, and so energetically, right? And so this is a good time to introspect and think and look back and see why you did certain things, whether you're looking back to this week or to last month or to last year or to the last decade or to all your life. Like, be my guest, all right? Well, before we continue, let's see what is the random daily code for you and see how that fits with today's reading. Let's see it together. Okay, it is a quote from Eden Philpotts. I'm going to be reading it to you. I used to hurt so badly that I asked God, what have I done to deserve any of this? I feel now He was preparing me for the future. That's the way I see it. Okay, I'm going to repeat this another time. I used to hurt so badly that I'd ask God, why? What have I done to deserve any of this? I feel now He was preparing me for the future. That's the way I see it. I used to hurt so badly that I'd ask God, why? What have I done to deserve any of this? I feel now He was preparing me for the future. That's the way I see it. Now let's look at this beautiful, beautiful quote, because it really fits with today's energy and today's reading. This already is a quote about introspection, right? What did I tell you? Like, imagine the quote. Like, really, the synchronicities in the readings lately have been phenomenal. This really talks about introspection, looking back. And so the person here is looking back at everything that used to hurt them, give them pain. And so sometimes that hurt and pain, we can't justify it. We don't know how to accept it. And so it hurts us. And so we ask these questions like, oh God, why? What have I done to deserve this? Because it doesn't make sense in our minds. Why did we get that fate? Okay. And so this is not talking about accidents, okay? This is not talking about accidents, the one I said, like fated and destined. This is about like you attracting things or being in certain situations and things that happen to you, or sometimes they could be like fated, destined event, but that served you, right? Not just like gave you hurt for no purpose. And so you, back in the day, like you're introspecting, you're looking back and you're asking yourself all these questions. And so the second part of this quote, it says, I feel now, so this is talking about mindfulness, the current moment, the present. He was preparing me for this. When it says He was preparing for this, it's talking really about the now, the present. This is the fun part of the quote. It says for the future, which means that the present is your future. The future already is happening right now. It is unfolding right now. And now, why are you saying this? Because now, after the introspection, you realized why certain things happened the way they did. only when you were able to look at them with a non-judgmental approach. That's the way I see it. So this is sort of like everything happens for your greater good type of situation. I love this energy. I hope you enjoyed my reading. I love you so much. Stay blessed, aligned, and connected. Thank you so much for liking my videos. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Thank you for your comments. I love reading them and connecting with you and seeing how all of this is like being applied in your life and what's going on with you. Thank you for your sharing my videos, like with your friends and through your social media platform and sharing the word about me. Thank you for your subscriptions. This is your way of supporting me. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and click the subscribe button. I'm really appreciative. Okay, thank you so much. I love you.